What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? And welcome to Fingerbones. And this is a game I found on Game Jolt. Yeah, Game Jolt a few weeks ago on the interwebs. And it seems like a pretty cool game. I love the lighting going on here. But it did say in the description of the game that it is a psychological horror game, which is I'm not quite sure what the differences are between this kind of game and the other kind of jump scare games that are on the channel right now. So, I guess you and me are gonna figure that out today, shall we? So, I'm not exactly sure where we are supposed to be going. Oh. It's my weekend to get Kitty, but I'm really not in the mood. I distracted her with the TV and came here to read. I couldn't interest myself in reading, so I tried to write. I couldn't write anything more than the usual handful of disconnected thoughts and theories. Medication didn't help, and divorce certainly did not. Because I'm not depressed, I'm enlightened. This is the result of 2 decades of scientific education and philosophical pondering. This is the price of knowledge. Alright, cool. Can we do anything besides this? Alright, well, there's the... whatever that thing is. There's books. I think we're supposed to try and get out of here. And I'm not going through that door because, I did try to start off this game about, 5 minutes ago, and it just frickin' broke down my computer. I had to restart. It seems like some kind of computer monitor that was over there. Ooh, flashlight, cool. Oh, hey, what's this? What is this thing? What's this thing over here? Alright, nothing. Perfect, amazing. I don't know why I use my stepdaughter's name as a door lock code in my survival bunker, but whatever keeps her happy, I suppose. She's like her mother. A delicate, fragile version of her mother. Damn her. Alright, so there's a bunker in here that we need to, I guess, find, probably. So we need to discover his daughter's name, which will give us access to the bunker, it looks like. Oh, what's this? Button. No clue what that was. Whatever. What's in this door? Does look like we can go through that. Well, I love the music in this. It's so floaty and everything. Oh, I'm liking. Oh, I dropped down to 1 frame there. Oh, what's this? Oh, this seems like I would type in her name or something. Okay. So we need to find his daughter's name. It appears to be a page from a manuscript. Pop morality is too reliant on emotions and not reliant enough on rational thought. If morality must be determined, and I maintain that is a farce, I don't know how to pronounce that word, it should not be determined by feeling. Feelings are nebulous, subjective, and changeable. Rather, it should be determined by thinking. The actions of a natural creature are natural and thus moral, unless a concrete scientific reason can be given to prove them as immoral. So it looks like the guy that we're reading about has a daughter, confirmed, and he also he's a very deep thinker. He doesn't really look like he appreciates emotions as much as scientific thought and education and stuff like that. So this guy is slightly interesting, but he's also he has a bit of a creepiness to him. Creepy vibe that I do not really like. Is there anything else that we can look at here? I did not find his daughter's name as far as I remember. Unless, actually no, it could have been on this original page. What's on here? Yeah, Katie. Alright, cool. So now we type Katie in over here, like so. Oh, I heard something. So it looks like his daughter... yeah, it looks like his daughter's name is Katie. It said the password is his daughter's name. When I was 15 years old, I lost my virginity. I shook uncontrollably the entire time. I felt that same primal excitement yesterday night in the cellar. What exactly does he mean by that? Alright, this guy is seriously starting to creep me out. Oh, well, I guess Katie actually was the correct word. So this is his cellar, it looks like. Oh, this is weird. Oh, why does he have this cellar thing down here. It's like, it's really foggy. Let's just leave it at that. Is there anything in here we can go? No, that door's locked. Okay, well, looks like we can go farther down. No, looks like we can. Okay. Oh, what's this? I boxed up everything that isn't practical and useful. I burned all the books that weren't for scientific scientific edification. I would like to store the boxes in the cellar, but I can't get them down the ladder by myself. I just piled them up near the hatch. The blood would probably ruin them anyway. Wait, what? So, I'm kind of concerned on what's going on in that cellar, because he said the blood would probably ruin, like, the books and stuff inside of that, inside those boxes. And then we did hear those crying things. It finally happened again. The whole world's a chaos of thunder and screams, and when the ashes settle, we will all be wild animals again. I'm ecstatic beyond words. I haven't been able to reach Lynn for several days. She's probably been dead for all I know, or care. But Katie was here when it all started, and I have no idea what to do with her. Most of the town is dead. Katie and I only survived because we ran to the bunker. Perhaps this is what I've needed. Freedom from all the irrational rules and inane social values. Just pure, beautiful survival. Okay, this is actually kind of weird. So it looks like... Okay, one sec. Let's, trying to think of what happened. So it looks like to me, is what I'm trying to piece together is that... So he was studying something in the basement. And he has, like, very horrible respect for, like, morals and essentially what looks like people in general. Okay, that was... Okay. But anyway, it looks like he just has no respect for, like, what people think or feel. It seems like he's essentially more or less just entirely focused on scientific facts and reasoning. And then something happened outside and his entire town was killed. But him and his daughter made it into this bunker, which is more than likely that cellar that we're looking at right now. And he said something about blood, which kind of concerns me on what kind of, like, experiments he might have been doing down here. Well, what do we do now? Another page. Amazing! So we get to hear more about this terrible father. The tool room has been her name for years now. I can't bring myself to change it. Okay, so... there must be another code that we have to type in somewhere. And I do hear crying, and it's kind of unnerving. Also, now that I know what kind of guy this is, I think that this thing over here that we turned on earlier may actually be a wood chipper to, you know, stuff bodies in. That's what I think he might be using that for. Alright, let's try typing in Katie again, seeing what happens. Did that do anything? Oh, Lynn! Lynn, okay, there, we found another name. Amazing. Amazing! That took, I actually had a searchable walkthrough, to be honest, because I just could not find it. Alright, there we are. Ugh. Finally, that took way too long to find that other name, but we got it. We got it. We got help from YouTube, but we got it. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube. Lynn. There we are. Alright, now we shall venture on more into the depths, the belows of this basement. Can we do anything with that cobweb? No? Okay. Okay! Can we go in here now? Nope. Okay, what about here? Yes, we can. Alright, well, okay. We have some blood stains right there, which is a little unnerving. We also have a saw, a hammer, a wrench, and an axe. And what the hell? I swear I hear a kid crying in this. There are things I've wanted to do for years, desires I've kept locked in the back of my consciousness. It's been nearly a year since I've seen a woman, and I realize there's no practical reason to keep these desires locked up anymore. Okay, this is getting pretty dark for, like, I thought this was just gonna be a horror game, but, Alright, yeah, I forgot. Psychological horror game. Oh, this is so weird. Okay. So now I've come to the conclusion this kind of like psychological horror game, it's not actual like physical, or like, it's not actually like jump scares coming at you, it's like something to try and screw with your mind. Which is very interesting. It's also very creepy at the same time. Oh, jeez, this is so, Next one. I changed the storage room code to something I can easily remember. NNY. The rest of the word's missing. Alright. Can we try Lenny? Would Lenny work? There has to be another clue somewhere. Oh! Sorry, just that girl, she's, I can hear her, and she's in my ear. Just right in my ear, Oh, this game is so messed up. It could be Lenny, I don't know. Guess who's a complete idiot and did not factor this in? Again, thank you YouTube walkthroughs. But we got L-Y-N-N, and then you put that backwards, N-N-Y, and then an L. Wow! Wow! You just put Lynn backwards, and then it works. Then you have access to, I guess, the storage room? I don't really freaking know. Let's just continue on again. I absolutely hate going through walkthroughs, but if I'm stuck, I just have to. Otherwise, I just won't be able to do it. Alright, so we typed in the code. Let's see what goes in. Alright, yeah, it worked. Yeah. Alright. What's this one? I'm a bag of DNA, and I exist to make more of myself. I married and produced a daughter because my genes demand reproduction. I wrote books and created, because creativity has served as survival advantage to my ancient ape ancestors. I built this place, took refuge in it, and spent hours thinking up silly little artificial laws to live by. As my forefathers built cities and societies, allowed time and peace to reproduce, and to protect their genes. Dreams, loves, opinions, desires, beauty, innocence, I'm not good at reading. Figments of our collective primordial imagination. Fleeting electrical signals that fire across our synapses for a pointless moment in time. They used to serve a purpose, and now they're needless confusion. And here I am, the last man on earth for all I know, ready to be freed from them. So this guy, oh, a button. Oh, that made some windy noises. But it does look like that guy, he doesn't really value life, is what it looks like. So, he just sees himself as like a bag of DNA, and his only purpose is to essentially continue on his genetic code, or pass his genes on to his next of kin, as in his daughter. Which is why he brought his daughter into this basement during the thing, this whole whatever happened up top, to try and keep his genes alive, because that's the only purpose he sees his daughter as doing. Not as like an actual human being, but as just, again, a bag of DNA that he hopes will also reproduce, and then also bring his DNA along for the ride. And I have a feeling that these noises are his daughter, maybe in pain or like screaming. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but if you guys want to see part 2 and also figure out what is beneath this stupid cellar door, just like this video to let me know that you guys want to see a part 2, or also leave a comment below screaming at me, OldMcMelon, do a part 2! We're ecstatic! We love you, we love the series! And I also too love this series, people. I very damn love it. I hear the girl crying, but I also love it at the same time. So if you guys really do want to see a part 2, let me know, and I'll see you all later.